Hey Biff,
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you today?
Um,
So, how was your day so far?
yeah, it's good. Yeah, we see
Gotcha.
this is coming up. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah,
Fantastic,
no snow
fantastic.
here yet, so but yeah, I guess it will come soon. Yeah,
Nice, nice. Awesome. So, with your sixth studio album, Same Drug, New High, is to be out on January 16, 2026. So, would you like to tell me a bit on the songwriting process and the production that goes behind this new album?
yeah. So we Gluecifer, we broke up in 2005. We came back, did some shows in 2018. Lots of people wanted to see us play again, so we did like a string of shows. Played in Norway, played in Sweden, played in Spain, in Germany, met festivals and things, it was like a lot of people wanted to see us. And then at some point there, we were like, yeah, this is really, we have a good time. It'd be cool to play some more shows. And I'm like, if we're going to play some more shows now, you have to get some new songs, because we can't just play the old songs over and over again. We're not Kiss, right? So we have to do some stuff. So, okay, let's see if we have some new songs that we can write. We got together, threw some ideas around, got a few like basic things up, rehearsed a bit. I'm like, we have like five, five or six songs, something like that. Let's go. We have a good friend with a studio, like nice studio. He said, oh, come in here for a weekend. We can record those songs. We can see, how it works out. If it's just a demo, it's demo. If it sounds like shit, and we don't do anything. But let's at least try. So we went in there, recorded five songs, and then we listened to it. It's like, oh, this is not too bad. It's like better than we thought. And let's write some more. We wrote some more, went in again for a couple of days, recorded some more. And then we were like, oh, we have like a bunch of quite okay songs. Let's write even some more songs and see if we can make a record here. Because in the beginning, we were like, maybe we'll just write a couple of songs and put them out, on Spotify or something like that. But make a single or, and then, yeah, so we were in the studio like three times, kind of not too long each time. And then I think we had some more days where we just like fixed up some stuff, did some backing vocals, maybe some overdubs here and there, like some guitar parts, some tamarines, shakers, all that stuff you do, some like timpani. And then Johnny, our friend and sound engineer, he mixed it. And sometimes in April or some this year, it was done and was like, oh, we have a record. Maybe we should try get someone to release it. We shopped around a bit for a deal, and here we are. So it was kind of it's easy, yeah, but it was kind of when got on the right. When we were sort of quite fast. We're like, yeah, okay, this is sort of the music that we'll make.
Yeah.
These are the songs that work now with the band. Let's just do it. Yeah. So it was a fun thing to do. Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. And a cool cover artwork that goes behind the album and any particular theme or thought that went through your mind when you guys came to this artwork?
Yeah, I've always been really fascinated by roosters.
Yeah.
I remember like many years ago, I was at a farm show in the UK, and they had like a rooster exhibition with tons of different roosters. Like, these are really fascinating animals, and they're kind of cocky and like very sort of the way they move, and they have looks very sort of it's like the French national bird, right? For some reason, yeah. So I always were like, come on, we should do something with the rooster. It's like a cool thing. So that was the only thing. So the album is called Same Drug New High, and we want a rooster on it, maybe, and then yeah, the design is it's a rooster. Yeah. Arna and the photographer went to a farm and took a picture of a rooster, and the rooster looked kind of aggressive. And also, I think the roosters are cool, but they're also kind of a bit old but mature. They have like a character. So we thought that would be cool. It was as simple as that, really. Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool, cool, cool. and had the pleasure to listen to the album in its entirety. And I have to say, 11 amazing songs, beautifully written, bringing back the good old classic hard rock back in the scene with a touch of 70s, 80s, the raw energy. The vocals are top notch. The musicianship is totally amazing. And from the start to the end, each and every song beautifully crafted, great output, and it's a great listening album. So that I don't think there was any filler for just for putting an song into the album. There's nothing like that. So each and every song beautifully done. So a great album for 2026. And best to me, it's one of the best hard rock album that is coming out in 2026. So thanks for putting up an awesome album after more than 20 years from you guys.
Yeah.
Really happy to hear from you guys. So, as a creator of the music, how do you guys feel about the outcome of the new album?
I'm happy with it. And I sometimes in the past, you listen to an album when you're done with it, and you check it up and you're like, you know, there's you always hear, you know, this, that wasn't really great, or maybe that tempo was a bit off on that song, or we should have done that differently, or my singing I should have done. But I have to say, when I listened to it, I was like, yeah, I think we sort of nailed it, and we put some work into like doing this sort of simplify the whole thing.
Yeah.
So if you listen to it compared to some of our previous stuff, it's much less like overdubs. The sound is a little more transparent. It sounds more like a band more than a record, I think, sometimes. And that I think we did that pretty well. And also with Johnny recorded and mixed it, that he sort of went, you know, if we do something, he sort of gave it sort of a couple of notches extra. Like some guitar sounds like, oh, he wanted like a really distorted kind of weird guitar sounds, like let's do it really distorted and weird, you know, like on Same Drug New High, for instance, the song guitars are like really sort of very, I mean, it's not like a nice guitar sound, but it works for some reason. And yeah, so and then you're going to do chorus on some stuff, you just whip the chorus really high, you know, so it's a bit like bold, you know. And there is, it's not like live recorded, but it has some kind of live feeling to it. So now when we are rehearsing the songs to play them live, it's not that easy to sort of, it's not so difficult to recreate, I think. So that was fun. um we, within our sort of limited area of rock, we try to show like some different influences here. There is like some fast-paced, very energetic Motorhead stuff.
Mhm.
There is some sort of maybe melodic, some choruses and stuff like that. That is more like, you know, Cheap Trick, you know, melodies and stuff. There is some good old heavy metal turned in there with some riffing. There is, of course, which I think is important in a rock band, like great drumming, I think, and sometimes like you know, there is like we try to push, you know, and inspire Danny to sort of say, come on, you know, just play great rock and roll drums. He's a good drummer, but you know, you have to. So there are some good fills and you know stuff like that, and yeah, and there is like, was it's coherent, but there's still some variation, you know, like in tempos and keys and stuff like that. I the last years I've listened a lot to music, a lot of different music, and I really enjoy that. And I'm really a fan of like Spotify because you can just go in there and explore and like, and there's so much great, you know, there are like tons of great stuff you haven't heard. So I like and you one band and they will, you know, they'll put you to another band like, oh, it's this, I haven't heard this, and you can check out whatever. So I spent a lot of time with that, and I think I heard that like a lot of music that I really think is really great and sounds great, especially from new music, is kind of, you can listen and you can say, oh, I can hear the bass, focus on the bass. I can hear the drums, I can hear the one guitar, I can hear the, you can sort of shift your focus a bit around because it's kind of transparent. And so we maybe try to recreate that a little bit. And we threw a lot of songs around for each other. Say, hey, listen to this. This sounds great. I was like, yeah. Oh, I like that one. Yeah. Well, why does it sound great? Oh, maybe because they do like that. They do like that. And, you sort of analyze a bit and say, oh, we could rip that, or we could not like a song line but, like a way of arranging songs or, you know, so it was a fun process. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's frustrating when it's like, but I think in the end, as you say, there were some songs that we didn't sort of we tried something, but we just scrapped them. And of course, I think we recorded 15 or 16 songs. Like a couple of them was just like, no, this didn't do it, so let's just scrap it. Yeah,
Fantastic. Fantastic. And speaking on the video singers that has been out for the Idiot and Armadas, so great song and amazing videos. So, like to tell me a bit on the making of these music videos.
yeah. We have a good friend who's a photographer and also can do videos, and he has like a photo studio in Oslo, just a big room, really. And he said, yeah, you come to my place and we'll shoot the video. I know how we're going to do it. And I mean, as you say, it's kind of, he's a very professional photographer, but it's kind of basic. It's like the band playing and that's it, right? But I think that's what we do, right? I mean, we are a band. We like to play concerts. We're sort of play shows. I love that. And we wrote this album to have songs to play on our shows, right? That's how we wanted to do it. So that everything we did was like we write new songs that we can play on stage. But in order for that to work, people maybe should listen to the songs before they come and see us live. So we have to put out the record, right? Yeah. I mean, today for most rock bands, it's about playing live, right? I mean, records are I mean, they are more like an expense these days. It's not a source of income, right? Yeah, and
Absolutely.
yeah, but the good thing is like very people can listen to you all over the world. I mean, and for free. So I mean that's a good thing in some way. I think I discovered a lot of great bands that I probably wouldn't have heard if it wasn't for that. And so we said let's just keep it simple. Like shoot us playing and piece it together and make a video. And then there are some, yeah, I think we have a new video too coming out for that song I'm Ready, which is the third single. That's black and white. It's a bit warm. The first one is Idiot, is like the Armadas is a bit more like distorted than anything because the sound of the song is a bit more like aggressive or apocalyptic and stuff. Yes, very basic videos. It's a band playing. That's it, right? Yeah.
Cool. That's cool.
Low budget, high quality.
Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing, man. Amazing. Totally love that. And Jan 16, do you guys have some big plans for the release day?
Yeah, we start our tour on January 16th in Sweden, in Gothenburg. So that's the day the record comes out. We're going to play our first show on the tour. So I don't know how many people have had a chance to listen to the record before that show, but they have to spend their day wisely before they come and see us. Then we're going to do shows like mostly like weekends or long weekends in Sweden, in Norway, in Germany, in Spain. Yeah, and then let's see what happens in the summer and fall. We have a ton of great new songs and some pretty good old ones too. So we can play. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And post the planned touring with on the European dates, are there plans to travel the other side of the world as well?
Not by now. No, it's not. And we have to see about that. But I don't know. Like we have said now that because we all like have jobs and stuff like that. So it's not we do this like properly, but it's not what we live off. So we have said that I think right now, instead of doing like endless touring, for a month and two in stretch and stuff like that, it's like we try if we think that we could put on a good show for people who really wants to see us somewhere and it's kind of feasible, money wise and stuff like that. We don't have to make that much money, but we can't sort of like lose, some. Then we'll look into it and say, yeah, that sounds like fun. We should do that, So let's see. So that, I mean, for people who, if there might be places in the world say, hey, you should come here. There, you've got a lot of fans, so people really want to see your band, then get in touch and let's see what we can work out. But we try to sort of cherry pick a bit and say, let's only do like the really cool shows, and that where we know that people want us to come, and that that it doesn't have to be like thousands of people, but like that there is some kind of good vibe going on there, and we can come play and have a good time together, and go back. So we're open for that, but there are no plans right now other than that. There might be some summer festivals and stuff, but that probably be released. Yeah, there are some summer festivals. I think in Norway and Europe is a lot of like outdoor festivals in the summer with rock music. So we're doing a few of those, I guess. Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And moving on from Same Drug, New High, and the 2026 tour days, what would be next for the band?
I don't know. I hope to be able to play shows for a couple of years, I guess, on this record, and then we'll see what happens. I mean, this is all we do this because we are. I mean, we're friends. We like to hang out. We like to have a good time together. We think it's fun, but we try to keep sort of the pressure and the stress out of it, and just do it sort of on the, yeah, what do you call, the on the surplus side, and that's a good thing. And we can sort of decide ourselves that we don't like under a lot of pressure to do this or do that. And I mean, we're in our 50s, right? So we're not in that phase of a band where you sort of make a record, maybe, and then the second record you try to get some more, and you have to tour and build up and stuff like that. This would be more like, hey, we've been around for a while. We had our heyday back in the like early 2000, and now we're back and we can play some cool shows for people who wants to see those cool shows, but we don't have this ambition of like getting much way bigger or something like that. Yeah, just try to sort of skim whatever cool things we can have from this, but we're doing it sort of serious. I mean, we're rehearsing, we want to play good shows. We're not like jaded or stuff. It still means a lot to us that we should do this in a proper way.
Yeah, cool, cool, cool. And yeah, as you said, like the last record came out back in 2004 with Automatic Thrill, and
Yeah.
after almost 22 years later, now you are coming up with your amazing new album. So, how excited are you guys to be back on the scene?
Yeah, we are. We're quite excited. Always a little nervous. People gonna like this album, are people gonna even care about it, but yeah, so that's a bit excited. Yeah, but mostly in a like a positive way. And I thought that this is weird because we did our first full album released in 1997, and then our last was released in 2024, no, 2004. So it was like 98, 99, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 7 years. We made 5 albums plus like singles, blah, blah, blah. And it's like 22 years and we make one album. Yeah. so that feels a bit weird. But yeah. No, we're excited. And we're happy with it. So I mean, we do this because we thought we were happy enough that we could do it. Nobody sort of asked us to do it, so
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
it's just like a fun project that we do because we like it. Yeah. But I mean, of course, would be really cool if I mean, like, a lot of people maybe liked us in the old days. If they, I think it's not such a hard album to like. If you like Gluecifer from the back in the days, it's not a completely different band. But maybe some people who have not discovered the band before will listen to it. That would be cool. Maybe like younger generations who like rock and roll listen to it. Maybe they can listen to our old stuff. I don't know. Like, let's see what happens. Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. And the band's history goes way back to 1994 when it all started, and in 1997 with the debut full-length album until 2004, and got disbanded in 2005 and got reunited again in 2017, and now you're back in the scene. So how do you guys feel about this long journey you traveled so far?
Yeah, but back when from 97 till 2005, it just everything went so fast, and we were touring almost like constantly or making records. We had fantastic time. We got to travel so many places, meet a lot of people, play a lot of shows, met a lot of bands. I mean, we were all over Europe. We were toured the States a couple of times. That was fantastic. Had a great time with that. Got friends around. We played. So that was a really cool time. And we started out like like a local punk rock band in Oslo, and suddenly we were touring Europe with the helicopters for like 1,000 people every night. And so I'm like, yeah, you want to go on tour with Motorhead in the US? I'm like, yeah, why not? I mean, things happen really fast. So we sort of never looked back. We just worked, and did that. And in 2005 or end of 2004, I was like, made 5 records. I was like, I don't think we're gonna make a new record. It's not gonna be better than the last one. And to me, it starts to feel a bit like Groundhog Day-ish, this whole lifestyle in a way. And I need to now to sort of make choices in my life. Not, I mean, that where only I can decide I only want to do what I want to do. I don't have to sort of count in like I'm in a band with 4 other guys and we have to sort of always will it be good for you bigger. So I have to sort of, be free to do the things that only I would do. And then that's not something that can be combined with the band. So then I wanted to leave, and that got, some people wanted to keep on. It got a little, sad. People got angry. We lost touch for some time. We didn't talk too much to each other. So when we came back, it was like, hey, I haven't really talked to you and the guy. And last time we talked to each other, we yelled at each other, and how you been? And then after a while, we were like, God, it feels good to be back with these guys because it's my whole like late youth or early adult life I spent with these guys. We made records together, we toured together, we were, like a band of friends. And like this like reunion also on the friendship side was really cool. I was like, geez, I love these guys. They are my brothers in a way. And hanging out with them again and be able to do stuff together, write songs, make records, travel, play shows. It just feels really cool. So that's like the personal side of it. It doesn't feel like work or obligation. It's just like I'm together with people that I really like, and I have a long history with them, and we have a great time together, and we do fun stuff together. I mean, and that's what rock and roll is about, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. And
Uh,
finally, any message that you have for the fans around the world?
what? What do you say? Sorry.
Do you have a message for the fans around the
For the
world?
fans?
Yeah.
Yeah, my friends. You mean? Yeah. No, I think I love that people are coming out to shows. I mean, if people don't come to shows, there will be no bands because that's the only place they can make some cash, right? It's not that expensive, and I'm fine with people being on computers and iPhones. It's cool. It's a lot of cool stuff going on there, but getting together with people in a room, seeing a band, or listening to some people talk, or doing something together, and have like this collective experience, between an audience and a band or a show, and having a good time. And then it's like loud, it's like physical, it's real stuff. That's one of the really cool things in life. And everybody should sort of give that a chance and experience this pleasure or joy or good feeling of, just watching something that is like real, live here and now. And I think that I think is why rock music has survived all the way from the 50s.
Yeah.
It's like it's a cool thing. It's a cool thing to see. It's a cool thing to play, and it's a good vibe to it. It's not like difficult. Everybody can enjoy it. We have people in 70-year-olds and teenagers, and it's cool, right? But people have to remember, like if your band comes to your town, like do yourself a favor, do them a favor, go check them out. Pay those $10, $15 to see that show, because if people stop doing that, there will be no more rock and roll, right? So that's what will be my message. Get out there and see those shows. And if you like a band, show it, go up and say, hey, I love you guys, or yeah. That would be my thing. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you. Thanks, Biff. And Biff, I want to thank you so much for giving me today this wonderful opportunity to have you on the show. And thanks to you and the entire band for giving us an amazing new album for 2026, Same Drug, New High. We're all excited for the release and really looking forward to see you guys on the road and do a lot of rock and roll again. So thanks for all the awesomeness, mate.
Thank you, man. Okay. See
Take,
ya.
yes, yeah, take
Bye
care.
bye.